So almost a minute gone by in half. Seahawks with a 9-goal lead, 11-2. Trying to close out the season on a positive note. Ball comes right to the front to Carly Menzak. Her shot blocked away by Lewis. That was a point-blank look.
And right off the bat to open the second half, Salve Regina continually using that game plan to attack the middle of the field here. Great cut by Carly Menzak to create that shot opportunity. If you remember here, for the first half, the formula for success for the Seahawks was one or two crisp passes leading a teammate towards the middle of the field, resulting in a wide-open shot for a majority of the first half for the Seahawks. And some really strong defense led by Gerard and Jacqueline Pilati, allowing Salve to play a majority of that first half on the offensive side of the ball.
Foul being called on the far side of the field. Centauri charging into a double team. Now works her way middle, all the way in. Shot on net, blocked away by O'Reilly, but Centauri able to recover. Now charges to the front, kicks out, ball loose on the ground, and it's taken by Gavin. Gavin strong to the left, foul being called. Flag is in the air, ball loose on the ground, and now the whistle blows. And Katie Jones is in net now. The 5'7" sophomore from Derry, New Hampshire, to replace Josephine O'Reilly.
Figure an 11-2 effort in your last game on senior days. Good enough for the senior.
Good curtain call.
Well, the sophomore to get some playing time here with a 9-goal lead.
I bet O'Reilly would rather have stayed in the game. She could stay warm.
Yeah, the wind really picking up here for the second half. But it's evident that the wind has not had an effect on offensive game.
Save by Jones.
Very impressive save by Jones there. Spent the first half on the bench here. Comes out in just a few minutes of actual gameplay. Great job to get in front of that shot.
Gina Tortorici now charging into the offensive end. Will pull up. Flip to Caitlin Gillespie. Gillespie strong down the right side, trying to find Carly Melanzak, who again was camped out in front. And now the wind blowing offensive cue cards for Salve Regina onto the field.
Coach, we're running that play.
The players trying to retrieve them. So we have a stoppage in play here. Amanda Lickett returns to the field with some applause from the home crowd. Great hustle being shown there by the defenseman. A shot on net, scores away from the action. Too busy still laughing about what just unfolded. I guess the Wheelock players had lost focus too, and another goal for Caitlin Gillespie. Her third of the day.
She's had that stutter step cut move to the left all afternoon here. Great job receiving that outlet pass by Grace Kelly. She has that one-on-one matchup on Megan Lewis all day.
I wonder if that was the plan the entire time. All right, we're going to have free position. Let's throw some papers out on the field, distract the players, get them to relax.
Salve continuing to attack that back end of Wheelock's defense there.
It's a 10-goal differential here. 26:30 to play is bumping a foul on Melly Centauri. And she will take up free position.
Excuse me, Andrew. Even though there was that bump in the foul, it was a great job by the defenders there to congregate in the middle of the field and cut off that streaking attacker.
Melly Centauri cradling, driving middle, shot, scores! And it's 12-3 with 26:17 to play now in the second half.
Centauri had a wall of poles in her face on that shot. Great job to overlook Salve's defensive efforts there. Salve really pushed her to move towards the left side of the net. She took what the defense gave her and fired in that goal.
So the Only other time that Salve has played Wheelock, they won 17-3. 3 goals again on the board for Wheelock in this game. 26-17 to play in the second half of a 9-goal game. A foul off draw control gives Salve the ball. No, we'll redraw.
So already a difference maker so far in the second half. Wheelock really trying to make an effort here to win some faceoffs in comparison to the first half where they continuously got beat and put their defense in a hard spot.
Ball loose on the ground. Aaron Gerard chasing after. It's still loose on the ground, taken by Molly Santori. Santori will flick back to Katie Gavin. Gavin almost loses it, and now she'll control. Flip into the offensive end. Emma Mars. Trying to weave her way around Pilati. Will kick back out onto the perimeter. Ball being held there. Now moved into the near corner behind the net. Flip to Ferenti. Ferenti moves to Emma Mars. Kubera can't control that, but now she does back near the 25-yard line. Will trot back into the offensive zone.
Andrew, it's been a pretty impressive start to the half here by the Wildcats. Remember, they do not have a bench this afternoon, so these players are going on here all game, really running on beginning to be tired legs.
Kubera just falls down, loses the ball. Grace Kelly was in there on the action. Aaron Gerard has it. Clears out to Sarah Woods at midfield. Woods flips to Carly Melanzak. Now Caitlin Gillespie again. Strong down the right side. Will pull up. Flip to the charging Sarah Woods. Sarah Woods looking at 3 Wheelock defenders, so she'll back out. Now flip it to Abigail Tepper. Tepper in the middle. Can't corral it. It's loose on the ground. Now Tepper with it behind the net. Flips to Carly Melanzak. Melanzak returned to Gillespie. Gillespie faking. Now flips back to Melanzak. Melanzak cradles in front. Looks for a shot. Goes off the post. And is taken by Ferenti.
It was a great feed by Gillespie there. She's been so successful this afternoon. She's drawing 2 or 3 Wheelock defenders every time. That allowed a defender to shade off of Carly Melanzak. She was wide open in the middle for that shot.
I'm sorry, Michelle Green with the ball now. She'll lob it forward for Emma Mars, but Mars can't control, and Aaron Gerard pounces on the loose ball. Flips to Gina Tortorici.
Gerard continuing the flock to these loose balls. She's been everywhere for Salve so far. Continuously strong hustle effort. At the end of the first half, continuing the transition, that style of play into the second as well.
Grace really Kelly eludes her defender. Shot on net. Saved by Lewis. Now Katie Gavin with it. Runs into a player. I believe that's Sarah Woods. And they'll call the foul on Woods.
Sarah Woods had to find a way to limit that transition there by Wheelock. So just step right in front, draw some contact.
Gavin bumped, loses the ball. Carly Melanzak and Grace Kelly in the area to corral it, and they do. Kelly moves to Abigail Tepper. Tepper trots into the offensive end, takes up position at the arc. Now return to Gina Tortorici.
It's a good job by Tepper there to slow things down for Salve, allow her teammates to get into position, set up an offensive game plan.
Kelly to Melanzak. Melanzak in front, no shot on net. Kick back out to Sarah Woods. Sarah Woods charging on net, strong through contact. She scores.
Sarah Woods was not going to be denied on that. She kept her head down, eyes focused and in front on the net. Great shot side.
That goal coming with 22:40 to play reestablishes a double-digit lead, so the clock will run here. It's 13-3.
You can see the defender Michelle Green there talking things over with their goalie. Wildcats trying to figure out just what went wrong on that last possession there. You'd think after halftime they'd be able to address the need to block the middle of the field on defense there, but Salve continuing to pound the middle.
Draw control at midfield, and Gina Tortorici controls. Flips to Grace Kelly. Clock running here. Kelly finds Melanzak alone in front. Her shot saved by Lewis. Sarah Woods controls, returns to Gina Tortorici. Now Erin Gerard. Return to Grace Kelly. Back to Sarah Woods. Woods returned to Caitlin Gillespie, who has a hat trick on the day. Gillespie weaves her way middle into contact and draws a foul. So free position here coming for Caitlin Gillespie. Gillespie drives strong, shot on net, saved by Lewis.
Salve really getting some good offensive opportunities here, continuing to pass the ball well. It's been a common thread for most of this game. Selfless playing on the offensive end here by Salve. Seems like every teammate wants her other teammate to score.
Another turnover on the far side of the field, and Grace Kelly flips to Gina Tortorici. Tortorici trying to go middle, return to Abigail Tepper. Tepper being bumped right in front of the net. And she will be awarded free position. Something I've noticed, Lewis now, every just has put the ball down in her crease and let one of her teammates come and get it. I wonder if that's a result of all the turnovers she's caused by trying to lob out near midfield. Abigail Tepper's shot, saved by Lewis, loose in front. Still loose on the ground, players in a fight for it. Tepper trying to regain it. Melanzak out there, and finally Lewis controls.
And there were a lot of nonchalant passes from the goalkeeper in that first half, resulting in far too many turnovers for Wheelock. Better job this second half here to find her open teammates on outlet passes.
That time able to get it to Molly Santori out near the 40-yard line. She tries to step around Tortorici, who gets called for a foul. Santori, Grace Kelly knocks away the Tortorici, bumps Santori again, no call. This time a call on the second bump. Santori strong down the right side. Lobs it in for Emma Mars. Mars, back to Kubera. Behind the net to Ferrenti. Ferrenti behind the net to Gavin. Gavin cradles, trying to go to work on Sarah Woods, ducks the shoulder, trying to work away middle, loses the ball. It's loose on the ground, but a foul being called.
Yeah, Salve Regina got beat around the edge there on that possession. Don't like to see those penalties, but it was necessary in order to prevent that easy goal by Wheelock.
18:51 in rolling to play here in the second half. Free position for Wheelock, and shot score. Katie Gavin scores, and the clock will stop.
Gavin with a nice little 1-2 hesitation there. She took a step, hesitated, switched hands with the pole, fired the opposite direction. She sort of made the goalkeeper Jones there play out her move. Let the goalkeeper move first, shoot in the open gap. Great penalty shot.
18:46, the clock stops to 4 game.
You could see on the bench there, the starter, Josie O'Reilly, getting her helmet and gloves back on. I wonder if Salve's going to make a late substitution here, give her a few more minutes of playing time on her last home game.
Draw control at midfield. Sarah Woods knocks it in the air. Erin Gerard able to gather the loose ball at the 45 and flip it ahead for Samantha Smithwick, who can't control, and now she recovers. Lobs it back to Sarah Woods. Woods to Grace Kelly on the far side of the field. Kelly returned to Smithwick. Return to Gina Tortorici. Tortorici, stutter step at the point, trying to drive middle. Triple team comes, so she backs out in the perimeter. Kicks to a driving Erin Gerard. Erin Gerard strong down the middle. Saved by Lewis. Ball still loose in front, taken by Sarah Woods. Will hand to Grace Kelly. Kelly finds Melanzak alone in front. Shot saved.
Melanzak continues to sneak her way into some separation behind the Wheelock line of defense right near the goal. Great shot opportunity.
Lewis out of her crease behind the net. Loses the ball, but a foul going against Salve Regina will keep it Wheelock's way.
It looks like Molly Santori continuing to be caught out of position there, allowing Melanzak some really easy shots at net.
And that clear, wide of the mark, Kayla Sheenan able to control on the far side of the field. So another turnover off the clear for Megan Lewis. Gina Tortorici holding at the point. Lobs to Sarah Woods. Woods flips to Carly Malinzak alone in front. Shot coiled, saved by Lewis. Again, point blank look for Carly Malinzak, but Lewis able to stay strong.
Great breakaway speed here by Liz Randall trying to push the ball for Wheelock. Good job by Salve to trap on defense, get a triple team, trying to create some pressure.
She loses the ball but gets bumped and fouled. So Randall will hold at the 40-yard line. Now look for an advance. Grace Kelly comes from the backside and knocks it away and has the steal.
Ball hawking defense here by Salve. Really not allowing the Wheelock players to get any comfortable position with the ball.
Gina Tortorici now returns to Grace Kelly. Kelly trying to work her way middle. Being shut off by Randall. Instead goes back to the point to Sarah Woods. Woods moves to Erin Gerard on the far side. Trying to lob it middle for Woods. It's deflected, but right back to Gerard, who hands to Gina Tortorici.
Salve doing a good job of rotating cutters towards the middle of the field here.
16 minutes to play in the second half. Salve with a 13-4 lead. Gina Tortorici.
You can see Salve never gives up on trying to move the ball into better positioning.
Malinzak catches deep in front again. This time another shot saved by Lewis. As we said, that's about the fifth or sixth time that Carly Malinzak has just been able to sneak in front of the net.
Really doing a great job of creating her own space.
On Wheelock.
And there's so much attention's being paid by Wheelock in those passes inside of the zone by Salve that Wheelock continues to allow one or two Salve attacks sneak right behind the line and get good shots on net.
So Morgan McNulty with the ball and free position at the 5-yard line.
The double and triple teams are a good idea to get some ball pressure, but as a result, if you do not finish on the double or triple team, you're going to get some wide open shots on the other end.
Tortorici moves to Sarah Woods on the near side. Woods to her right, flips back out to Erin Gerard, who loses control. It's going to elude her and scoot out of bounds. That loose ball may have been assisted by the wind. So it'll be Wheelock ball with 14:33 to play here in the second half.
We've had a few clearance balls sail way over the intended target here because of this wind. Both teams trying to battle here, the elements as well as each other.
Salve going against the wind in this half. Katie Gavin with it strong down the right side. Loses the ball. It's knocked away, but she's able to recover out near the far sideline. Now trot into the offensive end. Mary Ashley Donlan in pursuit. Gavin able to run around her. Work her way to the mid-block. Now kick back out. Centauri loses it. It's loose on the ground. Catherine Mealy in a scramble for it. Centauri able to get it back. Move to Ferenti. Feeds it in front. Her shot blocked away and taken by Grace Kelly. That was Christina Kubera who was alone in front.
Yeah, Gina Tortorici with a great second effort to knock that ball loose on what was a sure goal by Kubera. She had a wide open lane to the net. Tortorici was able to extend her pole just long enough to knock that ball loose.
Sarah Woods in the slot, shoots and scores.
Like we've been saying all day, Andrew, great defense leads to even better offensive opportunities on the other end. Great transition offense by the Seahawks there to quickly move that ball across the field.
And with 13-17 to play in the second half, it's a 10-goal lead again for Salve. We'll take the timeout. So out of the timeout, we'll have draw control at midfield. 13-17 to play in the second half of the final game of the season. For Salve Regina, of course. Carly Melanzak moves to Sarah Wood. Seahawks on the attack here, as they have been for the duration of this game. Grace Kelly catches in front. Low rising shot, saved by Lewis.
Gotta like the aggressive nature by the Seahawks here. They're up 14-4. Still continuing to send a barrage of cuts towards the net here. A relentless offensive effort.
And Josephine O'Reilly back in net for the Seahawks. All the seniors on the field now for Salve Regina. Aaron Gerard flips it middle. It's taken there by Morgan McNulty. Saved by Lewis. McNulty able to recover, though, and cradle. Flip back out to Grace Kelly. Kelly holding, moves back to Gerard. Gerard charging, strong to her right. Just flips to Kelly. Kelly not able to control. Ball loose on the ground and taken by the Wildcats. And another loose ball on the ground and taken by Gina Tortorici. Anytime the Wildcats have thought they might have a transition opportunity, someone has been right there to make a steal. Lob comes to the middle of Carly Melanzak. In close again. Saved by Lewis. Taken behind the net.
Yeah, Salve's defense doing a really good job of getting a pull out in front of these passes here, knocking the ball loose at every opportunity. Right as Wheelock decides to, start getting some adrenaline going to push the offensive break, Salve does a great job of reaching from behind to disrupt the momentum.
Gina Tortorici holding at the point. Who charges middle, has the ball knocked away, but she draws a foul.
Yeah, she got clobbered on that cut to the middle there. Wheelock a step late on their transition defense, resulting in a penalty.
11-11 and running to play here in the second half, as Sarah Woods will take up free position here in a 10-goal game. Woods driving in, cradling, low shot, saved by Lewis. Ball loose on the ground on the far side, and a foul going against Wheelock will give Salve the ball back. Ball moved behind the net. Carly Melanzak with it. Flips to Morgan McNulty. Gina Tortorici now in the corner. Trying to work her way to the middle. Backs back out. Flips to Grace Kelly at the point. Kelly at the top of the arc. Star steps to the right. Trying to weave her way. Is shut off, so she'll back out.
Wheelock's done a much better of a job on this possession here, rotating on defense, not allowing Salve any cuts and good angles towards the net.
McNulty finds Gerard in front. Another shot saved by Lewis. Lewis has made some point-blank saves today.
Fearless effort by her, with usually an attacker right in her face for the duration of this game, really not backing down in net, not afraid to get her body in front of these shots. And I know that's the job of the goalie, but some do a better job.
A little more
of
aggressive
goaltending.
goaltending.
Exactly.
She's not just standing in between the pipes. She's been out there at the edge of her crease challenging these shooters.
Almost begging them to shoot.
So Wheelock with the ball here. Katie Gavin flips it back to Kubera. Kubera will cross midfield and trot into the offensive end. Flip to Ferrenti. Shot saved by O'Reilly. Loose in front, and she'll collect.
And like I said earlier, Andrew, it looks like the Seahawks are opting to put their senior starter back into the game for the remainder of this contest.
Carly Melanzak now. That was about a 10-second possession for the Wildcats. Melanzak finds Smithwick in front. McNulty, rather. And that shot stopped right at the feet of Lewis. And Lewis just leaves the ball in her crease. Liz Randall comes to collect it. And a whistle and a stoppage of play. Liz Randall with it. Ball loose on the ground. Still loose on the ground. Players fighting for it. Randall able to collect again and race on the far side of the field. It comes from the backside and has the steal. Lob pass somehow gets to Gina Tortorici. Tortorici will charge middle. Flip it to Melanzak on the near side. Shot! Score! So finally, Carly Melanzak able to gather one in front of the net. She had about 5 opportunities here in the second half. She buries that one.
And really, the goal was a product of great hustle there by Gina Tortorici. As soon as she got that pass, she sprinted towards the net. She saw she had to open Carly Melanzak down towards the net. Great hustle by her, leading to Melanzak's goal. Without that sprint and that strong effort, that goal's not there for the Seahawks.
And it started again with a steal on the far side by Smithwick. Somehow able to thread a pass to Tortorici. I thought that was going to get broken up. Tortorici somehow able to collect that. And as you said, made the great move to the net, made Lewis commit, dumped it off to Melanzak, and she buried it.
And Salve Regina on the season, the most goals they've scored in a game is 20 in their home win against UMass Dartmouth back on March the 8th. So you wonder, Andrew, with about 7 minutes to go, Salve 15 goals up on the board, they have a chance to tie or even break that season mark.
And I think you have a feeling with 4 seniors out there on the field, this their last game, they're not going to leave anything, in the tank.
And the way this ball is moving offensively for the Seahawks here, another 4 goals doesn't seem too improbable. 5, rather. Excuse me.
Free position. Looks like it'll be coming here for Gina Tortorici out near the arc. So Gina Tortorici will have free position. 6:15 to play here in the second half. Ball caught in front by Kayla Shima. She's not able to do anything with it. Loose ball. Still in the offensive end. Grace Kelly will collect. Kelly flips to Gina Tortorici. Tortorici sprinting middle, and I will race to the other side. Another whistle away from the ball. It looks like Gina Tortorici will have free position once again. 5:36 to play here in the second half of the final game of the season for Salve Regina. Tortorici driving middle, shot blocked down before it even got to Lewis. Loose on the ground, and another whistle and a call. This time going against Salve. Ball loose on the ground. Another foul. As the winds pick up once again here at Cudahy. Liz Randall makes her move, trying to drive around Grace Kelly into the offensive end. Pass over the head of Nancy Crowell. Emma Mars with it. Flips out to Centauri, and another whistle and a foul.
As this game draws closer and closer to the end here, you could really tell the difference bench makes for both of these teams. The Wheelock start is really starting to get tired here. You could tell legs aren't as fresh. Ball transition isn't moving as fast as it was in the first half here, and Salve Regina has really been able to take advantage of that.
Gina Tortorici with it now. Lobs for Carly Melanzak. Malinzak to the far side of the field. McNulty trying to make her move, work her way middle. She loses the ball. It's loose on the ground, and Lewis pounces on it. Lewis will clear out. Sarah Woods able to come from the backside, and she has the steal. Move to Grace Kelly.
Just a suffocating effort by Sarah Woods this afternoon. Every time her man gets the ball, she's been quick right in the attacker's face with a stick up in the air trying to knock that ball loose. It's really been the mantra of the entire Salve defense this afternoon, is not allowing any space for the Wildcats to operate.
Grace Kelly trying to weave through 3 defenders, able to draw a foul, so she will take up free position. 3:15 and rolling to play here in the second half. Kelly drives in, fakes a shot, shoots low, and it's saved by Lewis, down by the knees. Kelly still in control on the far side. Flips back out to the point to Sarah Woods. Move to Gina Tortorici. Tortorici trying to find a cutting Aaron Gerard. The ball trickles out of bounds. Carly Melanzak can't get to it in time. So it'll be Wildcats ball. Just about 2.5 minutes left to play in this game. Liz Randall sprinting down the right side. Gina Tortorici comes to challenge and knocks the ball away. She has the steal. Like we've said, Salve has played suffocating defense all day.
And I don't think I've seen Tortorici not sprint this entire game. She's really given it 110% on the defensive effort here, sprinting back and forth both ends of the field.
Kayla Sheehan moves to Grace Kelly. Now the ball moved into the corner. Back behind the net for Melanzak. Carly Melanzak ducks the shoulder. Now flips back out to Sarah Woods on the perimeter. Woods moves to Gina Tortorici. Tortorici fires a shot into the middle. It's knocked away, but Salve still able to retain possession.
That's again where these fresh legs on the Salve bench to make their mark. Standing around to stop the offensive flow of the ball. Really not enough fresh legs to make a defensive stand.
And that was Shannon Ucelio who made that save for Salve, recovering the ground ball. Shannon, the 5'2 sophomore from Wethersfield, Connecticut. And now free position for Sarah Woods. Sarah Woods, hands off, shot on net, score! Kayla Sheehan scores.
Great job by Sheehan there to get her stick nice and high over the heads of the Wheelock defenders there. Fire that shot from down. Really getting Wheelock defenders off balance there.
And I'm sure the cherry on top for Kayla Sheehan on senior day, able to get a goal here.
And again, the willingness of Salve to pass the ball on these free shots here, Andrew. You can see the Seahawks really were trying to get everybody involved on this last game of the year.
It's 16-4 with 1:15 to play. So Salve will close the season with a 2-game winning streak.
No matter what kind of campaign you have during the year, it's always great to finish strong, especially with 2 back-to-back wins. Great game footage here to build on for the 2014-2015 campaign.
Kayla Sheehan moves to Gina Tortorici. Now Grace Kelly on the far side of the field. Josephine O'Reilly standing on the far side of the field. Gina Tortorici catches a long pass and she scores! Salve pouring it on here in the second half.
And with all that effort, it's really good to see Tortorici finally get a goal here herself. She's been facilitating her teammates all day, so she took matters into her own hands on that possession, sprints right towards the middle and fires in a great high-percentage shot.
Being rewarded for her selflessness in this game. And it's 17-4, 47 seconds to play.
See if Salve can get 3 goals here in 47 seconds.
I want to see 4 goals. I want to see them best their season high.
Again, another win off that face-off circle. That was a huge key to victory for the Seahawks today, turning around a season-long trend on the wrong side of the face-off circle.